Damn it. Hey everyone, welcome to D&E Eclectic Domain. Today we're going to tinker with this Pac-Man arcade 1-up that stopped working for some reason. I purchased it about a year ago, and as you can see, it's totally dead. So let's keep this simple and start by checking the power supply. So we'll remove the power supply, we'll grab our voltmeter and check our numbers. Okay, so here's the old power supply. And as you can see, well, you probably can't read this, you're just going to have to trust me. It's got an output of 12 volts DC at 3 amps. So let's turn on our voltmeter and see what we get out of it. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have a quick fix. As you can see, it's dancing around all over the place, but I'm getting nowhere near 12 volts DC. So, with that said, I'm going to contact Arcade 1-Up, try to obtain a new power supply, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I received the power supply, but before I test it, I need to go on a quick rant about Arcade 1-Up's customer service. Arcade 1-Up's base customer service is uncaring, to say the least. They wanted a receipt, and after I provided one, it was determined that I was past the 90-day warranty. Okay. So they referred me to their online store, and as you can see, it's no longer available, and there's no date for when it's going to be back in stock. After that, I contacted them again, and they basically told me I was out of luck. At this point, I'm thinking, come on, guys, I just want to play my game. Work with me, please. So, I sent another very persuasive email with enough technical information about their faulty product to get their attention. After I sent the properly worded email, the head of quality assurance himself called me personally and was more than willing to help, provided that I agree to send them the faulty power supply back. I can't believe I had to do a hostage trade just to get a power supply. However, once you finally get to talk to someone, they're more than friendly and more than helpful. But you're going to pull your hair out trying to get a hold of somebody. So, alright, with that said, let's get back to the video. Alright, so now that we're back on track, let's take a measurement and see how she reads. Ha! Now that looks a little better. We're supposed to be at 12 volts DC at 3 amps. I'm not going to bother measuring the amps, it's probably fine. But let's plug her in and cross our fingers. Alright, so after a bucket of cuss words, a few trips to the hardware store, and a couple band-aids, I think I hooked up those two lights and the Pac-Man machine all together to one switch. Let's flip the switch and see if she works. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. And if you guys want to know where to get these lights, I'll put a link in the description or the comments, so you'll find it somewhere in there. They're pretty cheap and pretty simple to hook up. So now that everything works, I'll show you what I did. Finally got the camera inside of the cabinet. So what I did is I took a 15 amp general purpose extension cord and wired it to this USB 15 amp outlet and had it switched from the toggle switch up top. So everything comes on with one switch. We got power. No, we don't. So overall, what do I think?
I'm not going to bother reviewing Pac-Man because it's Pac-Man. It's the original arcade smash, released back in 1980. Arguably the first mainstream, can't escape it, steal your parents' money just to play it video game superstar. And the emulation that's on display here is spot on. It's by far the best Pac-Man experience you can get outside of playing an original arcade cabinet. But there's a couple things you should know before buying one. First off is the power supply may be faulty and quit working on you unexpectedly. And second is it's got horrible paint. It will rub off with your finger. Personally, I like the worn down look, but I also like it to happen naturally. With this thing, I feel like if I stare at it too hard, I'm going to wear down the paint. Apparently, you can buy plastic overlays for the control panel, but I've also read nightmare stories about the buttonholes not lining up properly, and that's even if you can find them in stock. So, with that said, all things considered, if you're a Pac fan, you won't be disappointed by this machine. But if you just want to play a quick game of Pac-Man and you don't want to invest the time and effort and room space, just download it from somewhere. I know Microsoft has a version on their store, Sony has great versions on their store, and yeah, it's a good machine, and I would buy it again. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. If I happen to get more than 5 viewers, I can do a video on any one of these guys as well. Just let me know in the comments which one you want, and I'll catch you on the next one.